You know, we all watched it happen. It felt like one day, plastic straws were just everywhere. And then, almost overnight, they were gone, replaced by paper and metal and, let's be honest, a lot of soggy disappointment. This was supposed to be a simple, obvious win for the planet. But what if it wasn't? What if, in our big rush to solve one problem, we just ended up creating a bunch of new ones?
Banning plastic straws felt good, right? It seemed like such an easy fix, a clear step in the right direction. But the story of what happened next, well, that's where things get really interesting. It's a journey that kind of shows how even the best intentions can go off the rails, and how we're now in this whole new race to find a solution that's actually smart.
So how did this all happen so incredibly fast? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was really a perfect storm of pressure that meant the plastic straws days were numbered from the get-go.
Think of it like a tidal wave, pushed by three really powerful currents. First, you had governments stepping in, creating new laws and outright bans on single-use plastics. At the exact same time, you and I, consumers, started demanding better, more sustainable options. And finally, big brands got the message. They saw those viral images of turtles with straws in their noses and realized, whoa, this is a PR nightmare. No company on Earth wanted to be the face of ocean pollution.
And that pressure from customers, it became absolutely impossible for businesses to ignore. We're not talking about a small niche group of activists here. The data showed that a whopping 78% of people now actively choose to support businesses that use eco-friendly options. It basically became table stakes for any modern company.
And just so we're clear, this isn't some passing fad. I mean, look at these numbers. The market for alternatives just exploded. We're talking about a projected $25 billion industry. That signals a definitive end to the age of plastic straws. The change is permanent. But with the old enemy gone, a whole new set of confusing problems started to pop up.
Okay, so we got rid of plastic. Problem solved, right? Ha, not quite. We just traded one problem for a new, super confusing landscape full of misleading claims. Welcome to what I like to call the greenwashing maze.
So here's where things get really tricky. We hear words like biodegradable and compostable thrown around all the time, and they sound the same, but they mean totally different things. Biodegradable just means that, given enough time, microbes can break it down, eventually. But compostable? That's a whole other ballgame. It means it needs very specific, high-heat industrial conditions to break down, conditions you're almost never going to find in nature.
And here is the big catch. You know those plant-based straws, the ones that feel almost exactly like plastic? Most of them are what's called compostable, which sounds great, but it means they only break down in an industrial composter that's heated to over 56 degrees Celsius. If one of those ends up in a landfill, or worse, the ocean, it's basically just another piece of plastic that's going to stick around for a very, very long time. There's actually a name for this whole practice: greenwashing. It's the art of using marketing to make a product seem way more eco-friendly than it actually is, while kind of hiding the fact that its benefits are tiny or that it requires a disposal process that almost never happens in the real world.
But misleading marketing isn't even the worst of it. Let's think for a second about the paper straws that don't instantly turn into a pile of mush in your drink. Have you ever stopped to wonder, what's their secret? What's holding them together? Well, the answer reveals a much more serious hidden danger.
That secret ingredient, it's often a group of chemicals called PFAS. They're amazing at providing water resistance, but they're better known as forever chemicals. Why? Because they literally don't break down, not in the environment and not in our bodies. They just build up, accumulating in our soil, our water, and they've been linked to some really serious health risks. So, in our attempt to solve plastic pollution, we might have accidentally introduced a toxic one. Okay. So the picture is definitely complex. It might even sound a little hopeless, but it's not. Now that we know what to look out for, we can start to sort through the real solutions and get a clear look at what our options actually are.
So this table kind of breaks down our main choices right now. Paper is everywhere and it's cheap, but you're rolling the dice with sogginess and those potential PFAS chemicals. PLA from cornstarch, it feels like plastic, which is nice, but it's that classic greenwashing trap. It's pretty much useless without a special industrial composter. Sugar cane and grass straws? They're genuinely natural, which is cool, but they can have a weird texture or not last very long. And pasta straws. I mean, they're a fun, edible idea, but not so great if you're gluten-free. As you can see, every single option on the market today comes with a trade-off.
But you know what? Those trade-offs, those problems we just talked about, they're exactly what's pushing the next wave of innovation forward. And this is where the story gets really exciting, as we start to look at the future of sipping.
The path forward is all about inventing smarter materials. I mean, imagine straws made from seashell minerals that can safely dissolve back into the ocean. Or taking leftover sugarcane pulp from farming and turning it into a super durable, high-performance product. Scientists are even creating brand new bioplastics that are genuinely, truly biodegradable anywhere. The ultimate goal here is to create a circular system where we design waste out of the equation from the very beginning.
So after all of this, the bans, the soggy paper, the forever chemicals, the greenwashing, we're left with one final and I think really crucial question. In this whole big search for the perfect straw, are we maybe missing the bigger picture? Is the ultimate solution really a better material, or is it just no straw at all? Definitely something to think about.